Hello, it's Thursday afternoon, and it was 1 week ago today that I sent my first video message concerning the COVID crisis and our response to it here at Bedford CMA. We've received an update today from the District Superintendent's office, and I also have some other information that I want to share with you as well. First, that announcement from the District Superintendent concerns the extension our governor has called for on the restrictions of public gatherings. He wants another 2 weeks where no more than 10 people are gathered together in any one place. And so the district superintendent has asked us not to have Sunday services this coming Sunday or Sunday, April 5th. Now, if I'm doing the math correctly, 2 more weeks of those restrictions will put us right through Easter Sunday, but I don't think anybody's wanting to say just yet that those services will be canceled as well. Stay tuned. We'll give you further information as it becomes available. The other information I want to share with you today is a call to prayer that I've adapted to slides that you'll be seeing shortly, but it was presented to me in the form of a video recently recorded by a group of pastors in the city of Abu Dhabi in the Middle Eastern country of United Arab Emirates. It's a call to prayer at 7 p.m. or 1900 hours military time each day because we're praying over the COVID-19 virus. It's a suggestion that we spend at least 5 minutes in prayer on those daily breaks and that we follow a plan that has been laid out for us in which each day of the week has a different subject or focus for prayer, which begins with the same letter as that day of the week. So, for example, Sunday, they're asking us to pray scripture, much as I did in my sermon on Sunday morning. And they're suggesting that some of the scriptures that make excellent sources for this kind of prayer would include Psalm 91, verses 1 to 5, which also sounds kind of familiar from last Sunday's message, but also Psalm 121, verses 5 to 8, John 14, 27, Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7, and 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. The second day's call to prayer for Monday is for medical personnel, that God would provide a hedge of protection around those who are needed desperately to care for those who have the virus, and also for protection for their homes and families as well. The third day of prayer is Tuesday, for which they've asked us to pray for truth. That is, for accurate reporting of appropriate information regarding the COVID-19 crisis. It was very interesting to me to see that this group of pastors from the Middle East spoke of the truth as an alternative to fake news. Apparently that phrase, fake news, is not just popular here in the United States, but it's catching on around the globe. The fourth day of prayer is Wednesday, on which they've asked us to pray for wisdom for those who are our government officials and leaders trying to guide us through this crisis situation. The next day, Thursday, they have asked us to pray for a God-given triumph for those medical researchers who are seeking treatments, cures, and preventatives or vaccines for this disease, that God would give them success in those efforts to combat this serious virus. For Friday, the call is to pray for faith. Have you noticed that the word pandemic begins and ends with the letters necessary to make the word panic? They're suggesting that instead of that panic, we respond to this crisis with real trust in God. Saturday's call to prayer is for the sick themselves, that is, for those who are battling this disease personally at any stage of its progression, that God might bring healing and complete recovery for all who are suffering from this disease. As I said, these thoughts have been adapted from a video I found on YouTube, and so I'm posting the address or the information where you can find that video for yourselves if you'd like to watch it. Just go to youtube.com and type "The Churches of Abu Dhabi" in the search box, and that should be like the first thing that comes up. It's a very interesting video. I'd like to close with a reminder that because of these restrictions that have been put on public gatherings and our district superintendent's request that we honor those guidelines and honor the Lord by obeying those in authority over us, we're just having enough people on site on Sunday morning to put together a worship team, a tech support team, and a sermon. So please honor those restrictions until further notice, and continue to prayerfully and financially support the church as you're able, and we'll continue to pray for you as well. Be careful, be safe, and God bless.